I love baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasps Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Guild Mortgage, Dairy King, CarQuest Auto Parts, Physical at the Fit Stop, Wasatch Back Flooring, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, Heber City Point S, Dorius Dental, and Bank of Utah.
Baseball.
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base.
Who?
The guy playing
Who
first.
is on first?
I'm asking you.
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasp Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
Good night and welcome to the ballpark. We are live from Desert Hills High School a little bit earlier than we thought. The game was originally set to begin at 9 p.m., but we are ready to get things started. Wasatch, the designated visiting team, taking on the homeschool Desert Hills Thunder. Desert Hills comes in 7-0 after a 10-run victory over Pocatello. Wasatch, as well, a 10-run victory over Richfield, comes in 4-1. Two good teams coming into the ballpark. 2-2 the count as we are ready to get started in the top of the first, brought to you by the Dairy King. Throughout the years, the menu of the Dairy King has expanded beyond just the traditional burgers, fries, and shakes to include non-traditional seasonal items as well. Swing and a miss. Austin Brown, the freshman, will go down swinging. The lefty here for the Desert Hills Thunder is Atkin. Hasn't given up a run yet this season. 3 innings pitched coming into today's game. 4 Ks make it 5 after a leadoff K there from Austin Brown. It'll bring up Blake Sweat. Comes in .450 batting average for the senior. 3 extra base hits. Leads the team with 9 RBIs and also has 7 runs scored. Wasatch wearing their all-white uniforms. Desert Hills, their all-black Vegas gold pinstripe uniforms. And Blake Sweat will take a first pitch strike.
This is a good team Wasatch is facing tonight, Ty. 7-0 coming into this game, fresh off a 10-run rule over Pocatello. And a lot of arms they can throw at you, but the bats, Tyler, are impressive. State leader in home runs going for Desert Hills. They have a kid, we'll get more into this when we go through their lineup, of 4 home runs already on the season for one of their players, so they can light it up.
1-2 after a foul ball from Blake Sweat. Game intro brought to you by UCCU, an organization rooted in the credit union philosophy of people helping people. UCCU, love where you belong. There's a base knock up the middle for the senior Blake Sweat as he continues to start off the season hitting the ball well. A single for Wasatch, and they have their first base runner here in the first inning.
Yeah, Blake's on a tear this year, Tyler, to get things going. He's been hitting in that 2-hole. He leads the Wasps with 5 stolen bases. But, Ty, that's because he gets on base, hitting .450 and rising after that base hit. 22 plate appearances on the year, already 9 RBIs on the season with 7 runs scored for Blake. 2 triples as well. He's been on fire.
Ball's in the dirt. Blake Sweat will stay at first base. The hitter is Micah Dahl, 364 on the season, 4 RBIs for the senior catcher. And on deck in the cleanup spot is Hafen, 462, 1 double, 5 RBIs for Colden Hafen. The 1-0, first time we've seen him out of the stretch. Nice pitch there, swing and a miss over the top from Dahl, moves the count to 1-1. Ty, keys to the game today for Wasatch coming off that victory over Richfield.
Well, Ty, this is much better competition, and so you got to capitalize when you get your opportunities. I don't think you're going to see a double-digit scoring game tonight here for Wasatch, although who knows, the way the bats have been going. I brought up in the last game, they've outscored their opponents 57-18 over their last 4 games, but I don't think you can expect that here, and so you've got to be air-free, and you've got to take advantage of your opportunities. When you get base runners in scoring position, you have to come through. Tyler, you got to get knocks there. You need some 2-out knocks in this one. Otherwise, I think it's going to be tough to beat an undefeated Desert Hills team. So limit the freebies, can't have errors, and you got to get knocks when runners are in scoring position.
The 2-2 here to Dahl. He'll swing over the top of it. Another strikeout, second strikeout of the inning for Atkin. Those keys brought to you by Smiles by Design, brightening lives, instilling confidence, and inspiring wellness. Enjoy welcoming, personalized dental care that leaves a lasting impression. That's Smiles by Design. Hafen once again comes up to the plate. 462 on the year, 6 runs scored, an extra base hit, and 5 RBIs. That one's in the dirt for ball 1.
This is the opportunity where Blake may need to find a pitch he can go on here, Tyler. It's always a little bit timid with the lefty up, but you want to find a way to get yourself in scoring position before Hafen finishes this at bat.
Pick-off move, not in time.
Desert Hills knows it as well, Tyler. You want to play the statistic game, getting 2 knocks in a row with 2 outs against the lefty here of Desert Hills. Statistically, not a good probability for that to happen, so you want to advance. There it is.
Ball gets away from the catcher. Good strong arms, not in time. It's going to get into the outfield. Blake will stay at second base. Movement there on a pass ball. Wasatch with the runners in scoring position now with 2-0 count here to Hafen.
Yeah, and that's what you needed there, Tyler. Atkins been in the dirt a little bit. And by the way, haven't talked about this yet. Desert Hills has put in turf at home. Didn't have that in previous years. Makes it so much easier for the catchers back there. It's just a consistent bounce ball, easier to block. But he's been in the dirt, and so that's where you anticipate ball in the dirt, and you take off. Blake saw one there. It scooted away just outside of the turf, able to take second base. Now Knox should get you a run.
Atkin takes a long look at Sweat, who's got a great lead at second base. That ball's out of the zone again. 3-0 the count here to the cleanup guy with Bridgershaw on deck.
Hafen's had a hot bat, Tyler. I think this one you give him green light if it's in the zone he wants. Try to get yourself a good pitch to drive this run in with a runner on second base scoring position. This is what we're talking about, keys to the game, capitalize on opportunities. This very well may be the best pitch that you see in this inning to be able to drive in a run. So I think you green light here.
Sweat bouncing back and forth at second base. It's a good lead for Sweat. The pitch, inside corner, gets the inside corner for strike one. Nice pitch there on the 3-0.
Yeah, and good discipline from Hafen. Ty, that's probably not in the zone he's looking for. You talked about it was a little bit in. Tailing back in with that left-handed pitch. That's one that can break a bat, so good to hold off on that one.
The 3-1. That one's in the dirt. First walk of the game for Desert Hills. Wasatch now with runners on first and second. Bringing up the number 5 hitter, playing third base, was the winning pitcher in game 1 of the tournament. He's hitting .333, 6 RBIs. It's Bridgershaw.
Young season here for Atkin. But again, this is a little bit of the knock. Ty walks about one guy per inning pitched on the year. And again, those numbers can change a lot as the season is very, very early here. But they caught Blake sleeping.
And they get him. Blake doesn't get down once again, and that'll get him out of the inning. No runs on one hit, no errors. One is left on base. 0-0 as we move into the bottom of the first.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beast.
Bottom of the first brought to you by Mountain Refined. Nestled in the heart of the Heber Valley, Mountain Refined has been a trusted community staple for over 30 years. Our passion lies in serving the community by providing top-notch furniture and flooring solutions. Ty takes around the diamond for the defensive starters today for the Wasps.
Well, it's a similar look to what you've seen here, Tyler. You can have Bridgershaw at third base, where he's been most of the season when he's not pitching. Shortstop Braxton Fowler. Second base, you're going to see a little switch. Jack Salmon, the sophomore, playing here today in the evening night game. Grant Mahoney over at first base. Max Livingston getting the start on the mound for the Wasps, pitching to Micah Dahl. Blake Sweat in left, Austin Brown in center, and Bluth in right field.
Impressive start of the season for Skeen, who's going to be the leadoff guy. He'll swing at the first pitch. This one skied high to right center. Eddie Bluth didn't have any action in game 1. Settles underneath it, makes the grab in the lights. Skeen came in hitting .458 with 8 RBIs from the leadoff spot. Swings at the first pitch, and one pitch, one out for the Wasps.
Yeah, efficient start there. That's what you want from Max Ty. He looked really good in his first start. Skeen 400 on the year. Fillmore comes in at 389, Tyler, on the season. 5 RBIs, 7 hits, 5 runs scored.
Swings at the first pitch and fouls that one off. Another aggressive at bat here. Saw Richfield swing at numerous first pitches, and Desert Hills does the same. Livingston in his first outing, 4 innings pitched, 3 walks, 3 Ks. Has a 7 ERA coming into this one. 0-1 the count here to Fillmore. Another swing and another foul ball. 0-2 now the count.
Well, good start for Max. Ty, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, pitching to contact. And you're going to need to play defense behind him today. Expect the ball to be in play. This Desert Hills team can put the barrel on it. So you're going to have to make plays behind you.
Livingston working out of the stretch all the time. Doesn't go out of the windup. Steps off the back of the mound and will reset. 0-2 the count. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. 0-0 the score early in this one. Late start for Wasatch High School baseball. The 0-2 pitch elevated to center field. Austin Brown there. Settles underneath it. The freshman makes the grab. 4 pitches, 2 outs here for the junior.
Yeah, this is an ideal start here for Max, Tyler. Not even needing to go 3 pitches deep on average to the hitters. 4 pitches, 2 outs.
It's going to bring up Reed. Reed, 500 hitter on the season, 7 RBIs, hitting in the 3 spot.
Yeah, he's a pure hitter, Tyler. No home runs on the year yet for Reed.
Does have 2 doubles.
He can definitely get it out of the park.
That one gets away from everything. Wild pitch goes back to the backstop. Ball
you're
1.
Looking at me like I said that wrong.
Well, where are you pulling your stats from?
I'm on Max Preps right here, Ty. Did I look at it wrong?
I've got Reed hitting 500 with 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run.
No. Well, I've got 0 on there, Ty, so I guess let's take yours. It sounds more fun. 2-0 the count now as Livingston misses.
Misses on a couple of them. That one in there for a strike. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's a good disciplined approach here from a good team, Tyler. You don't want to have too quick of an inning, so Reed watches the first couple pitches. They're balls, but being a little patient.
Check swing, holds up as there's a ball in the dirt. Moves the count to 3-1. Shaking his head, just wonder if they're having maybe a little bit of trouble seeing it out of the hand, Ty. Just kind of a disciplined team. That ball wasn't that close. The 3-1, this one's roped into the left side. Base knock, first base knock of the game for the Thunder. And with 2 outs, Desert Hills extends the inning.
Now this is their power coming up here, Tyler. Wilson, 4-hitter, 16 RBIs on the year, 4 home runs, 1 double on the season. So out of his 8 hits, 5 have been extra base knocks on the year. Lefty with a lot of pop.
Comes in on the left-hand side. Again, a runner on first. So a big 3-4 hole here for the power hitter hitting in the cleanup spot for the Thunder. Pickoff move, not in time. Same starting lineup that we saw in Game 1, minus second base. Jack Salmon, the sophomore, getting his start. Stocking had the start in Game 1. First pitch of the at-bat here. Swing, big swing and a miss. It's going to get away from Dahl, so a strike 1, but now a duck on the pond for the Thunder as they'll advance to second base. Max working again out of the stretch with the runner on second. Takes a couple of peeks. Takes a third look. Now delivers. That ball a little up in the zone. It's fouled off behind us. Strike 2.
Well, I don't think you want to flirt up in the zone too much if you're Mags here, Tyler. Those are 2 hefty swings from Wilson. And I think if you play up there, you're playing a dangerous game.
No balls, 2 strikes. Livingston gets the pitch from Dahl. Dahl sets up a little bit to the outside. Upstairs, wild pitch is going to get away from Dahl, and now runner on third base. 1-2 the count. Little pause in the action as Dahl wants to talk things over with Livingston. Remember, our trips to the mound are brought to you by Mirror Lake Station. Winners of Best in State Donuts already and are vying for a second win. You can go on Instagram and vote for Mirror Lake Station Donuts. 1-2 the count. Wilson back into the box. Dahl sets. The pitch. Goes upstairs again. Misses. 2-2 now the count with 2 away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 0-0 the score. Bottom of the first. Runner on third, misses again. Make that ball 3, and that'll fill up the count at 3-2.
All of these missing up and away, Tyler, which indicates it's a release point issue. Max is maybe flaring that front shoulder open just a little bit too much. Needs to stay closed. That's a good pitch.
Doesn't get it, though. It's going to be too far inside. First walk of the game for Max, and that'll bring up number 4, Christensen.
Yeah, excuse me, Tyler, for kind of stepping on you there. I really like that sequence, right? You're missing up and away, up and away, up and away, and they go 3-2 and come back with a breaking pitch coming down at the back ankle.
Center field gap. Brown goes over, cuts it off, but 2 runs are going to come in. They're going to wave around another one. Coach Cave is going to hold him up at third base, but the ball's going to get away from everybody. Runner will advance to second. So 2 runs in on the 2 out, 2 RBI single, and then on a throw, Fillmore's able to advance to second base. It's 2-0 lead for Desert Hills with runners on second and third.
Some little adjustments, Tyler. You talk about from first game to this game. Notice the angle that Brown took to that ball, Tyler. Very similar to one that Richfield hit that ended up as a triple. And so that's growth there from the freshman in center field, cutting that ball off and keeping a run off the board there by his hustle.
Strike in there against Weiss. Weiss comes into the A. Only 1 hit on the season, 1 for 8 with an RBI. And again, Desert Hills doing the damage with 2 away. First 2 batters, fly out. Then it's been single, walk, single. And now a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. 1-1 now the count. Weiss steps in on the left-handed side of the batter's box. Livingston sets, delivers. That one outside. Ball 2. Livingston got the win last week, I believe, through the Skyview game. Big swing and a miss there from Weiss. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Sets, delivers the 2-2, and he beans him. Tried to go inside, and it was too far inside. And that'll load the bases, and that's the 3rd freebie of the inning, and that'll earn a trip to the mound from Coach McCoy. Again, trips to the mound brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, your one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Located at 2nd North Main in Camas on your way to Mirror Lake Station Highway. Winners of Best In-State Donuts. Ty, give us an opportunity to do a little bit of a recap of where Wasatch is at through the season. I'm going to kind of throw it over to you. 4-1 coming into today's game.
Yeah, Ty, after losing 8-4 in the season opener to Union, the defending 3A state champions, the Wasps have been on a roll, defeating Skyview, Logan, Hurricane, and then Richfield, and 10 running all of those teams, with the exception of Hurricane, who they beat 12-6 on a time rule end to that game.
swing and a miss and strike one from Livingston. Recap brought to you by Physical at the Pit Stop. When it comes to your health, you deserve quality and effective care. At Physical Heber Valley, we work with you to understand your health and wellness goals and create a customized plan to get your desired outcome. That one too low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Still 2 away. Wasatch got the first 2 outs on the first 4 pitches. And since then have not been able to get out of the inning. Neither nice pitch there is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Ty, and again, you're going to see the difference in opponent here with this team, right? 2 outs, no big deal for Desert Hills. Just calm, cool, collected, and everyone just does their job, right? You get a hard line drive single. You get a walk. You get some advancements on pass balls. You get another walk. You get a nice opposite way single that scores a couple runs. It's just a smooth, steady attack that's going to come from the Thunder.
Another ground ball that's going to get through the 3-4 hole. 1 run will come in on the 2-out single. Make it 2 runs. It's a 4-0 lead. Wasatch is able to keep the runners at first and second, but the second 2-out, 2 RBI single from Desert Hills extends the lead to 4-0. Brings us to the number 9 hitter, number 11 Tate.
Yeah, and his numbers leave a little something to be desired, Tyler. .067 on the season and 20 plate appearances. Has scored 4 runs, has been able to find his way on base, but only 1 hit on the year in 20 tries.
That one misses high for ball 1.
So this is where you got to get done if you're Max. You want to come back to the top of the lineup after getting 2 quick outs on 4 pitches. It's a tough pill to swallow if you're back facing the leadoff hitter in the same inning.
2-0 after back-to-back misses. Down at Desert Hills High School.
There's a strike.
Moves the count to 2-1. Another swing and a miss moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom half of the first inning. Livingston comes set, takes a peek at the base runner, delivers, misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fills up the count. Runners will get a head start on first and second. Livingston taking his time, getting the sign from Dahl. Both base runner, pretty good lead. Wasatch staying home. The payoff pitch misses low and outside, and that'll bring us back up to the top of the order. That's the 4th freebie of the inning, and you're right, Ty, brings us back up to the top of the order. Skeen, 458 coming into today's game. 8 RBIs already this season. He did fly out to right field in his first at bat.
Things not looking much better down in the bullpen right now, Tyler. Wasatch has things getting loose, and the ball just flipped onto the field from a wayward throw down there. So it's a little wild, both in the pen and on the field.
Another first pitch swing from the leadoff guy. He'll foul this one off to the right side for strike 1. Well, going back to game 2, Wasatch has been able to answer every time the opponent has scored against them. They have not put up a goose egg after giving up runs. They're going to have some work to do after this one. That one skips off the plate for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pushing 40 pitches now. That was pitch 37 on the inning here for Max.
I believe it's Tyson Dahl getting loose down in the bullpen. The 1-1. Misses high and inside. Moves count to 2-1. That one swung on. It's going to be elevated to the right side. Eddie Bluth a long ways to go, as well Grant Mahoney on his way over there. Not going to be able to get it in foul territory. Back to 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away.
You know what? Grant covered some ground there,
Yes,
Tyler. He got a lot closer to that ball than I thought he was going to have a chance to do. Just found that Bermuda Triangle spot between all the defenders out there. Good pitch from Max.
The 2-2. Misses, and Dahl's going to have it bounce away from him, but not far enough. Runners will stay where they're at, and once again we have a full count with 2 outs.
Another little head start here for the Desert Hills base runners. Livingston comes set. The payoff. Misses. That'll be another walk. That is walk number 5 in the inning. That'll bring in another run. It's now a 5-0 lead. Bring us to the number 2 hitter, Fillmore. Flew out to center field in his first at bat.
Seen a lot of games between Wasatch and Desert Hills under the lights here over the years, Ty. Desert Hills is the home team. Always plays in those late night feature games on Friday night with their home crowd, Ty. And I think this is their normal uniform. Doesn't seem like on Friday nights they go with their black unis, all black.
You're right. With
the gold pinstripes.
That one misses low.
It's a Vanderbilt type look, right? It's a pretty clean look down here for the Desert Hills Thunder.
1-0 the count. Livingston comes set, delivers the 1-0, misses outside. 2-0 now the count. Ty, a fun time of year. You got March Madness. You got opening day coming up here shortly. March, April. If I gave you March, April, that one swung on and elevated to center field. Austin Brown going back. Warning track. Oh, no, he can't come up with it. It bounces, and that'll clear the bases as another 2 out, this time a double. And that'll clear the bases, and just like that, it's an 8-0 lead. Again, all coming with 2 outs.
Ty just whiffed it. That's a tough ball. Going back there in the lights. It's up over the lights, so you got to kind of locate it in an unusual way. And then you're flirting with the fence out there, which is only 350 to center, so trying to find it, and he just whiffed. Ball over his glove. Looked like he had a beat on it, but it's another one that could have been the 3rd out, and instead it turns into 3 runs.
So that'll clear the bases. So just a runner on second base now for the number 3 hitter who got it all started with a single to the left side. He'll take ball 1. So March, April, maybe January, February, where you got, bowl season, Super Bowl, or October, where you get the start of the football season, maybe the end of the NBA Finals. What's your favorite time of year?
What's so great about this time of year is it's multiple days, right? That you turn on college basketball, and you've got basketball all the way through yesterday, basketball all the way through today, all the way through tomorrow, and then next week it starts back over again on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That one's going to be a wild pitch. That'll move the runner to third. 3-0 now the count.
And so, Ty, that makes it a little bit more fun because there's always something to be doing. College football is hard to compete with. That's so much fun this time of year or when college football gets going. But it's only one day, right, Saturday, and it's just a whole lot of football on Saturday. They tried to sprinkle in a Thursday and a Friday, but it's not quite the same as March Madness. So I think probably give the nod to the March Madness time of year here, Tyler, but I could be swayed depending on the season that we're talking about. What about you? What do you like?
Oh, I'm a football guy, so I love the fall season. But this is a fun time. You're right, March Madness. You got baseball right around the corner. I know it's hard to watch basketball during the season, right? But do you have a favorite that you're like, I think I like this team when I'm filling out my bracket next week?
Oh, no, I got to flip the coins on that one still. I don't know where I'd go with that, Ty.
You into the SEC, they're the powerhouse now of basketball too, right?
No, I've not watched nearly enough college basketball to be able to say anything about that. I mean, everyone wants to talk about Duke, so they're for sure lost here in the first or second round, right?
BYU comes back down to earth.
Houston seems pretty good, but they haven't been reliable over the years, picking on them. Auburn and Alabama are the two in the SEC everyone's been talking about.
Big swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 now the count to the number 4 hitter, Wilson. You mentioned it, Ty. 6 extra base hits already on the season. He walked and scored in his first at bat during this inning. It's 0-8. Wasatch, a promising bottom of the first. Got the first 2 outs on the first 4 pitches. And then it has been hit, walk, hit, walk, hit, walk, hit, walk.
Ty, Wilson does not get cheated when he takes a swing, does he? I mean, these are big hacks that he puts after it.
Another ball down. And Dahl's going to make his 3rd trip to the mound. That's going to move the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
I like watching kids like this. I talk about not getting cheated. Just one of the grossest things you can watch in baseball is a check swing, right? Like when you just take a half-hearted swing and you just don't want to cheat yourself. You only get one chance to put it in play when you make contact, and you want to make sure those swings are full, big swings when you get after it. And watching Wilson here, I mean, that is his MO here, where when he starts the bat, he is going with full force and full velocity.
It's a 3-1. Above the belt. Another walk.
Coach McCoy stewing over here. You can see he's taking a couple steps, encouraging Max to try to work out of this inning. Doesn't want to pull him yet, Ty, but this one's getting out of hand. He may be forced to make a move here sooner than later.
Christensen's up for Desert Hills, walked in his first at bat, hitting above 500.
What's your pick? BYU all the way?
No.
You're a Cougar all the way through.
No, I love the Cougs, but also I call myself maybe a flirting, pessimistic, realistic BYU fan.
Is there any time you're optimistic as a BYU fan? Does that ever come in? When they take on Kansas in football and then they break your heart?
Yeah, I'm not sure. 2-0 the count here to Christensen. And that one will beat him. Another hit by pitch, another freebie. That'll bring in the 9th run of the inning.
Now batting number 21, third baseman Briggs Fillmore.
And this will be the second trip to the mound here for Coach McCoy. Probably going to see a pitching change. Let's go ahead and take a break. Wasatch trails 9-0 here in the bottom half of the first.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
Napa know-how.
there from the sophomore Dahl, but the damage is definitely done. 9 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 3 are left on base. It's 9-0 going into the second.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden. As you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and service, we've got you covered. Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Wheeling.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laps. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Top of the second, brought to you by Heber Valley Chamber, exists to build and be a part of a community where residents, visitors, and businesses thrive. Our mission is to promote tourism, connect businesses, and unite our community. Bridger Shaw up for the Wasps, followed by Grant Mahoney and Eddie Bluth. Again, Shaw comes in 333, 6 RBIs on the season. 2-0 on the mound, including the first win of this weekend. 1-1 the count. What do you like out of the the lefty Atkin on the mound for Desert Hills?
Well, I love the action on the two-seam fastball, Tyler. I think that's a tough pitch to hit. And then when you come back with that right there to dump one on your back ankle, a breaking pitch coming down, it's just good stuff. And if you got a lefty that can mix a two-seamer in with a four-seamer, they're tough to hit.
1-2, another off-speed. It's going to be a ground ball to the backhand side. Third baseman fields it, throws it across the diamond in time for the first out on the 5-3 putout. That was Fillmore.
I feel like this next inning or two are the most important innings of the season for Wasatch, Ty, because let's say it how it's been. The competition has been very below average that the Wasps have seen so far this year, and they've done what you expect of below average competition, but they just got punched in the mouth by a team. You had 2 quick outs, and then this team showed you how you fight with 2 outs, right? They put 9 runs on the board with 2 outs, Desert Hills. And this is the first time you've had a team really smack you in the mouth. And so what are you going to do? How are you going to come back there? Against Union, you had a few errors in the first inning. They got 4 runs off of that, right? 5 runs, off of that. But how's the Wasps going to bounce back here? What kind of fight, what kind of grit do they have? Can they start chipping away, make this a game? You've still got 6 innings of baseball left to play here. And I think this is going to be a very telling next couple of innings of what kind of mental state this Wasatch team is in.
Nice swing there from Grant Mahoney on the 2-1 count. He'll hammer that through the 5-6 hole. Second hit of the day for the Wasps. Wasatch has a base runner on with 1 away.
Yeah, he's getting warmed up.
Only 2 hits on the season, but 5 RBIs. A couple of sacrifice flies both last week, and then had the sacrifice fly to win the game against Richfield that put the 10th run across in the bottom of the 5th. It's going to bring up Eddie Blue, 300 batting average, 7 runs scored on the season. He'll swing at the first pitch. It's a hopper to the shortstop. Fields it cleanly. Steps on the bag. Throws it across the diamond. 6-3 double play. And Wasatch is retired. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left on base. 9-0 going into the bottom of the second.
offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
It's game time. Let's do it. Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Bottom of the second, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Visit them at their store in Midway or visit them at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. Wasatch trails 9-0 as we move in to the bottom half of the second inning. Wasatch got the first 2 outs on the first 4 pitches of the game, and then a single, and then 9 runs got poured in by the Desert Hills Thunder. We're going to move here. Tyson Dahl still on the mound, and it is going to be 7-8-9 up for the Thunder. Weiss, Wall, and Tate. Weiss was hit by a pitch in his first at bat and ended up scoring. Dahl working out of the stretch, and how about that? Back-to-back hit by pitches. That one will sting a little bit, Ty. Goes right off the bottom part of the leg.
Yeah, I don't know what he's done to Wasatch. Sending messages to their girlfriends on social media or what, but they're after him tonight.
That is now the 9th freebie that Wasatch has put on the base pass. Moves up to number 8 hitter, Wall. Singled through the 4-5 hole that brought in 2 runs.
Weiss walking it off for a second. Tyler have a little delay. So you're right, hitting it right in the foot.
It's about, 45, 50 degrees here. Get a ball off the lowered ankle. Probably some bad words that were said during that stretch. Dahl misses outside with that first pitch of the at-bat. 1 for 1 on the day is Wall with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Slide step delivery, swung on. It's going to be a flare ball to the left side. Tough play. Fowler going back, makes the play. Nice job there from Fowler, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Makes the play and makes the play look easy, Tyler. Good first step for Braxton. That's a nice drop step, and he easily gets into a full stride sprint to get under that ball. And you're right, I thought that ball was dropping in off the bat, Tyler. It looked like it was just going to kind of fall into that open space, but Braxton made that look so easy getting under that ball.
It's going to bring us to the number 9 hitter, Tate. Walked and scored in his first at bat. Hitting below 100 on the season. He'll take ball 1 on a ball in the dirt.
Yeah, you got to be competitive here. You got a kid who's 1 for 20 on the season coming into this game, and you need to make him beat you, Ty. And you don't serve it up to him, but you've got to throw strikes.
That one swung on, a broken bat single up the center field. And that'll be hit number 5 on the day for Desert Hills, and now has runners on first and second.
That's just when it bleeds, it's tough there for you, because the way Desert Hills responded on that hit was like, yeah, this kid hasn't got a hit all season. And they finally were like encouraging him, oh, you finally made it. We're 8 games in. You finally got a hit there. And so this has just been tough for Wasatch, right? The kid who's been an automatic out all year gets a broken bat bleeder there when you're down 9-0.
It's going to bring up Skeen, the shortstop. Flew out in his first at-bat, walked in his second at-bat. He'll take ball 1, 1-0 the count. Give a quick update on other Wasatch High School athletics, Ty, as we take a look. Boys lacrosse, 1-1. They play tomorrow against Highland. Lost to Mountain Ridge and then bounced back and beat Westlake in their second game of the year, and then they'll play again against Highland. Off-speed pitch is inside for ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Softball tie 2-5 to get the season started. Wins over Canyon View and Park City. Losses include Bear River, Mountain Crest, South Sevier, Desert Hills last week, and South Summit.
Skeen didn't see that breaking pitch well at all, Tyler. Ball came out of the hand, and he thought that was coming for his head, and it was. But it was coming slow with a breaker that could come back by, and he was treating it like a fastball.
2-0, this one swung on, elevated to left field, high to left field. Blake Sweat going over and misjudged it, but is able to make the grab. Both Desert Hills runners were tagging, and they will advance to second and third. Nice heads-up play from the base runners. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, and good play from Blake, Tyler. Again, I think that ball's a tough ball to go catch. It's buried in the corner. And Blake goes over there and finds the wall, finds the warning track. The ball's kind of tailing back in, and he's able to hang on to it and makes a really tough play.
It's going to bring up Fillmore. He doubled in his last at bat to center field all the way to the warning track. Brought in 3 runs. He's going to swing at this one, and it's a shot to the right center field gap. But Eddie Bluth with the great jump comes over, makes the play, and Wasatch is able to get out of the inning. No runs are scored in the inning. 1 hit, no errors, and 2 are left on base. It's still 9-0 going into the third.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Hi, this is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member, and Hi, this is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member, and a member of the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know that kids are at a greater risk of experimenting with alcohol and drugs between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m.? Many parents are still at work this time of day. Check in with your kids. Find out where your kids will be, who they'll be with, and what they will be doing. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Top of the third, brought to you by Big O Tires. Get ready to rev up your savings with Big O Tires. Whether you're looking for the best tire deals or unbeatable service specials, you'll find everything you need to keep your vehicles in top shape while keeping more money in your wallet. It's a 9-0 deficit for the Wasps as we move into the top of the third. 8-9-1 up for Wasatch. It'll be Fowler, followed by Salmon, and then we'll be back up to the top of the order to Brown. Sophomore, freshman here to lead it off for the Wasps.
The future is how you could phrase that, Tyler. But for Wasatch baseball, the future's now. These kids have been impressive. Braxton Fowler, Tyler, I want to make sure I get his batting average right on the year. Do you have that in front of you?
I have him down at 444.
444.
7 runs, 5 RBIs,
in
and
the
a double.
8th spot at 444. I mean, this is not your average 8-hole hitter. It's one of the reasons Wasatch has been so effective. He just finds his way on base.
It's 3-0, 4 straight balls, and again finds himself on base. That is the 7th time he's been able to get on base. That is the second walk of the day here for Atkin, who still has yet to give up a run this season through 5 innings of pitching. It'll bring up Salmon, 1 for 5 on the year.
Well, that changes this inning, Tyler. I'm going to make a bold prediction. Wasatch is going to break that streak.
You're on a roll with your predictions, Ty. You had a nice strikeout call in Game 1. You had the home run shot in Game 1. Another miss, ball 1 here to Salmon.
Well, I like who's sitting there on deck, Tyler, with runners on base. Got the top of the order coming up. I like Jack Salmon's swing here, Tyler. I think his swing is kind of built for a pitcher like this. Jack is short and compact. I think in the 9-hole, he's going to get some pitches to hit. Has a pretty good chance right here, 2-0. It's quite the gap over on the right side. Wonder if Coach McCoy wants to play with going hit and run here.
So 2-0. Love the approach there. Definitely a yes approach. Just a little bit outside of that go zone. It is a strike. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. That one misses low and inside. Fowler thought about it. He'll stay at first, 3-1.
That's a good hold there from Brax. I feel like Wilson was baiting him a little bit there. He knew right. Wilson's a nice player, Ty. Really good player there behind the dish. Been analyzing him. When you come in 4 home runs in only 7 games, just kind of trying to see what he's really about. Big swings. I think he could probably improve receiving, Tyler. He's had a few balls that he's gotten a little lazy on.
Well, walks to the 8-9. See if Wasatch can get something started here in the top of the third. Trailing again 9-0. It'll bring us to the top of the order. 2. Austin Brown struck out in his first at bat, but comes in hitting above 500, 4 extra base hits, including a home run, a triple, and 2 doubles, 7 RBIs, and 11 runs scored to start off the season.
Ty, I've got a lot of respect for this Desert Hills program. They're always competitive. And one thing that I'm fairly certain that they've probably noted is they were walking in for their last game as Austin hit his moonshot home run. And I'm guessing they took note of that. They knew who the number was. They know the kid that has power here. I'm curious how they approach this with runners on.
That one misses low and outside for ball one.
But you can see with runners on, they start them with a breaker. Tyler, they go after a breaking pitch here with a freshman leadoff hitter when you're a 9-0 lead. That's an unusual pitch.
The 1-0. That one misses outside. Just kind of camping on the outside part of the plate, Ty, is where they're going to pitch it Brown here in this one. 2-0 the count.
And it's going to get a lot harder for Austin the more and more as the season goes on, Tyler. His name is going to keep building and building, and he may very well only get one pitch in an at-bat that he can really capitalize on. And so he's got to be ready to get after it when he gets that one good one. You can see they're very tentative, very careful here pitching to him. Breaking pitch on the outer half to start. Outside fastball trying to tail it back in number 2. Outside again on number 3.
Pickoff back to second base is not going to be in time. Actually gets out to center field. Fowler stays at second. So first and second, another 3-0 count. So back-to-back walks and now a 3-0 count here to the freshman Brown.
Yeah, and so what do you do if you're Coach McCoy, right? You need a lot of runs to get back in here. Normally this would probably be a take where he's been all over the place.
I think you have to take here, Ty. You got Blake Sweat coming up who's hitting at about 500 on the year again. The 3-0 pickoff move. No throw. We'll reset.
Already have one pickoff on the day. But I think it was because Blake's eyes just got caught looking elsewhere for the moment when they made the big play. Wasatch ready for it on that one.
3 balls, no strikes. Atkin takes a long look at Fowler, delivers the 3-0. That one's too low. 3 straight walks to start off here in the top of the third. Wasatch trying to push anything across. It's going to earn a trip to the mound. Once again, brought to you by Mirror Lake Station. Give us an opportunity to update you on some more Wasatch happenings. The 2-time defending state champ soccer team is currently sitting at 1-1. Had an opening win against Westlake, 5-1, and then traveled down to Lone Peak, arguably the best team in 6A. Had the lead, and then gave up 3 unanswered goals, losing that one 4-2 in the second half. Boys volleyball tie has blitzed their start of the season, 8-3. Already 11 matches played for the boys volleyball team, including a 3-2 victory over Lone Peak, who was ranked number 1 in 6A. Chase Billiter and J.J. Siri both with over 100 kills already on the season through the first 11 games.
Well, we've seen J.J. on the hardwood, Tyler, and nice to be 6'7" and be able to jump. I mean, that's a recipe for a very nice volleyball player, and not surprising to see him having a great start to the season.
It's going to bring up Blake Sweat with the bases loaded, nobody out. Ooh, a nice call pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. If you're Coach McCoy, probably a little bit frustrated at that one. But a nice pitch nonetheless, and it's going to bring the count to 0-1. Nobody out, bases loaded. Wasatch trailing 9-0. Blake Sweat singled up the middle in his first at-bat. Swings a 1 out of the zone for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Mike Adal on deck, who struck out in his first at-bat. The 0-2. That one's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it cleanly, flips it to the second baseman. Second baseman to first base, not in time. So a fielder's choice ground out does bring in a run. That's the first out of the inning. It'll put runners on the corners. And Braxton Fowler comes in and gets the goose egg off the board for the Wasps.
It's a smooth turn from Desert Hills. But Ty Blake moving down the line. I wonder if we're going to get a little interference call here on this side. The umpires are going to come in and have a conversation. Either way, that run's going to score, but I wonder if they're going to call Blake out on interference. No, they're going to say safe, no interference there.
It's going to bring up Mike Adal, hitting around 350 on the season. Does have 4 RBIs and an RBI opportunity here.
Well, Ty, you chip in 2-3 runs this inning, make it 9-2. You still got 4 innings left. If this inning closes there, and you just keep chipping away, get 1 or 2 each inning, and it gives you a chance by the time this game gets to the end.
It's going to be a swinging bunt that's going to go foul. Wilson tried to get it in fair territory, but actually hit him in foul territory. Foul ball, 1 strike. Ty watching Atkin on the mound, lefty. Doesn't really have the same motion as another lefty that threw some gems here against Desert Hills during his high school career. With Webster. Just a lot of fun watching Webster throw against Desert Hill. Never got a win, but he definitely gave Wasatch numerous
right, that Desert Hills team was state champions. They have a kid who's playing in the pros at this point who Wasatch went up against, and Zach Webster, I think, struck out 12 on that team, was really good. And Desert Hills was a little stunned at the arm they were seeing for Wasatch. And after today, Cooper Best for BYU hit a walk-off home run. Ty, live arm, played for Dixie. And Desert Hills pulled Zach aside and said, you're every bit as good as this kid. Like, we see him twice a year, and you've got all the stuff. And Webby was good. Went down and played at Mesa Community College in Arizona. Ty kind of sat in that mid to high 80s and had 4 different pitches he could throw that was filthy. And he put Desert Hills on notice.
1-2 the count here to Dahl. Misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Wasatch trailing 9-1.
Traditionally, Wasatch has always given Desert Hills a really good game. Bolander, a couple years later, struck out, I think, 14 or 15 against the Thunder.
That one bounces off the plate for ball 2. Oh, is that ball 2, ball 3?
It was ball 2 is what I had, Ty. But you had me in memory lane picturing Zach, so I could have missed one over here.
That one swung on. It's roped to the right side. That'll be a little flare ball for a base knock. It's a single for Micah Dahl.
Well, one cheap hit deserves another. Tate got that cheap one last inning on that broken back up the middle for Desert Hills, and nice that the game returns one to Wasatch, with Dahl kind of getting one right off the handle that goes over the first baseman's head and finds grass.
Salmon comes in and scores. Puts a crooked number on the board for Wasatch. 9-2, still only 1 away. Brings up Hafen, who walked in his last at-bat.
Ty, you bringing up some of those past games still eats you. I think that Zach Webster game, Wasatch was up 3-2 in that one, if I'm remembering correctly.
With 2 outs.
With 2 outs, and got a slow roller to first base, and unfortunately had an error committed on one that just should have been caught. And then Desert Hills got life with the freebie they got on them. They had a walk-off home run 2 batters later, and Wasatch had the number 1 team in the state beat. Zach Webster had him, but an error unfortunately lost him that game.
Strike 1 here to Hafen. Pickoff move to Sweat. They got Sweat in the top of the first. Not so in this one this time, so it's able to get back to the bag. No balls, 1 strike here to the designated hitter today, Hafen. Not a big lead at either the first or second base here for Wasatch. That one misses. 1-1.
You know, sometimes that's a little bit of just projection, right? To say, well, they had him beat because you never know what's going to happen. In that scenario, Ty, it's not. There's 2 outs the last inning, and you're 10 feet away from the bag to get the final out. And when your first baseman bobbles, it was a tough pill to swallow after a couple good battles in years past to not be able to knock off Desert Hills and then to let that one slip through their fingers. It'd be great to finally come down and get them one of these years and see Wasatch get a win.
2 balls, 1 strike as Atkin misses on the next 2. Landed the first, misses the next 2. 2-1 the count. 2 looks, delivers. That one gets the inside corner. Nice pitch for strike 2.
I like what I'm seeing from this Wasatch team, though, Tyler. We talked a couple innings ago about how are they going to fight back. And you're seeing fight. You're seeing fight back. The bottom of the lineup gets it going here, and the top of the lineup coming through for you. Sweat knocking in the first run. Dahl getting the flare hit. Still only 1 out. You got 4, 5, 6 coming up with runners in scoring position. This team's not going away. They're going to keep fighting and keep battling.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Another pickoff attempt, not in time.
It's a short porch, and you've got an outfield playing pretty shallow here, Tyler. Desert Hills is kind of gifting some extra base hits and some runs if Wasatch can get a good barrel on this.
2 balls, 2 strikes, another foul ball. Keeps the count at 2-2.
We've seen Colden here drive the ball well to the right center gap. The right fielder playing very shallow. And with the lefty up, the ball tailing away, Colden could drive one that way and score a couple runs.
Another 2-2, another foul ball.
He's got the right approach, Tyler. He's trying to take that right swing, that right approach. Just missed the last couple.
Bridgershaw on deck for Wasatch. Hafen back into the box. Another 2 looks. Make it 3 looks. The 2-2. That one misses. Gets away. Oh, great job from Wilson. Is able to keep it in front of him. Keeps the runners on first and second, but fills up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't think anyone loves turf at home plate more than a catcher. Tyler, it just makes their job so much easier. Maybe the head coach, who doesn't have to worry about prepping and taking care of the field.
The payoff pitch. Swung on. This one is roped to the right side. Right fielder going back, there from Hafen, just didn't quite get enough of it. 2 away with runners on the corners.
Yeah, that is a good approach, Tyler. Thought he had him for a moment, but that ball died. Needed to carry just a few more feet. Going over to the glove side just made it a little easy for the right fielder to go track that one down, but good approach.
Going to bring up Bridger Shaw, 333, 6 RBIs, grounded out to the third baseman in his first at-bat. Wasatch trying to add to a 2-run third. Haven't seen a lot of first and third situations here for Wasatch. They have one here. That one misses low and away. Runner's going to go. Nice job there from Kyron Stocking. So runners on second and third with 2 away. Seen Adkin lose a little bit of control here. Have started off the inning with 3 straight walks. 1-0's in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count.
Well, I don't want to put too much pressure here on Bridger, Tyler, but this all of a sudden becomes a pretty important part of the game. You've got 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Base knock can score them, and it makes it reachable for Wasatch.
That one's a nice base knock up the middle. That should score both of them. Center fielder gets the hop. The throw not going to be in time. And a 2-out, 2 RBI single for the senior, Bridger Shaw.
That's a huge hit, Tyler. That is a huge hit for Wasatch. You've got momentum back fully on your side, making it a 9-4 game. You started this with the bottom of your lineup, and Desert Hills, I think, thought they were going to coast here, Tyler, scoring 9 runs with 2 outs in the first inning. Hey, we're going to roll to a 10-run win. Not so fast. Having to make a pitching change here in the 3rd inning. Your starter doesn't even make it out of the 3rd. Wasatch has driven him out. Big hit from Bridger Shaw with 2 outs against Desert Hills.
Bear Lake Station makes a pitching change. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Wasatch chipping in now 9-4.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that's been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
Let's do it. Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Field.
Bear Lake Station, once again, is your one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies. And, of course, their best in-state donuts. It'll be Grant Mahoney that'll come up. Singled through the 5-6 hole in his last at-bat. Comes up with a runner on first. Wasatch 4 runs scored here in the top of the 3rd. After giving up 9 in the bottom of the 1st, they still trail 9-4. Ball 1, strike 1, 1-1 the count.
Noticeable change in velocity here, Tyler. On the mound here for Desert Hills, bringing in Reed. And you can see he's going to be fastball, 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 but he's got a good enough breaker to keep you off balance. But if you're Wasatch, you've got to anticipate the fastball and jump on the fastball here. Reed can fill it up with some speed.
2-1 the count. Reed already in the lineup, comes in from the outfield. The 2-1, that one misses low. 3-1 now the count. Interesting stat here, Ty. 4 runs on the board. You want to guess how many walks Desert Hills has in the
I would
game?
guess 4 walks.
That one's going to get by the catcher, so now 2 runners in scoring position. Bluth, double play ground out to the shortstop in his first at bat. Comes in hitting .300 on the season. 2 RBIs, 7 runs scored. Started in right field every game so far for the Wasps. That one's in the dirt. Another ball. 2-0 now the count. Reed now back working out of the windup with the runners on second and third. That pitch misses outside. 3-0 now the count. That one's in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners on second and third, 2 away. The 3-1. Swung on, it's going to be behind and foul down the third base side. Moves the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And he's got a little bit of a steep swing, Tyler, and you can see when he's getting a little bit more velocity than he's used to, he's punching it into the ground. He needs to get started a little earlier.
Payoff pitch misses inside. Another walk. That is now the 5th walk of the inning. 6th walk of the inning, or the game for Desert Hills. Brings us to Braxton Fowler. He started off the inning with a walk and scored. Been able to reach base by walk or hit by pitch 7 times now this season. Has a .444 batting average with 5 RBIs. That one misses. Up for ball 1.
It's tightening up on Desert Hills, Tyler. You can kind of sense it here. Ball's closing in on him, struggling to make a play.
Base is juiced. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count.
Now you got to go to work. Don't expect to be walked all the time. Going to get one to hit here if you're Braxton. Got to be ready.
Still working out of the windup. Another off speed. Lands it, and that'll move the count to 1-2.
Well, he didn't expect 2. He probably won't be shy about going back to 3. He's been off with the fastball here, Ty. I think the fastball is his put-out pitch. So he'd probably like to go back there, but he just has not been effective with it. Back-to-back curveballs might come back again.
Tried to it, but it's going to be too far outside. So that's going to move the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Wasatch already with 4 runs in the inning. The 2-2. Misses high. Tried to go back to the fastball. That will fill up the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the base runners will get a head start. Stays in the windup. The full count pitch misses inside. Yet another walk, and Wasatch brings in another run. That's now 5 runs in the inning for Wasatch.
Oh, this is so interesting to watch this game unfold, Tyler, because something we talked to the break is how Desert Hills was just going about their business, right? When they weren't getting the close call, they were back on the mound ready to roll. You can feel them getting uncomfortable. They didn't get that call, and oh my goodness, the entire infield just was... You could see the emotional displeasure with that call. Wasatch has them, Ty, here on the fringes, on the ropes. See if Salmon can come through and kind of give the knockout punch here to their emotional stability.
5 runs in the inning on just 2 hits. That one above the belt, ball 1. Still working out of the windup. That one again above the belt, moves the count to 2 balls, no strikes. Hasn't been able to land the fastball. He landed a couple of curveballs against Fowler in the last at bat, but has had a hard time locating the fastball. The 2-0. That one back to the off speed, misses low. 3-0 now the count.
I feel like you're probably taking here until you get 2 strikes. Don't you think, Tyler? The way he's been throwing it here, he's not been able to consistently come back and throw 3 strikes in a row. So I think if you're Wasatch, you kind of force the pressure here.
The 3-0, that one's in there for a strike. Moves the count to 3-1.
I think if you're Jack, if you really like it, it's hard to not go get it here, but be selective.
3-1, another fastball. It's in there for a strike. Fills up the count, so another full count with the bases loaded. Another head start here for the base runners of Wasatch with Reed working into the windup. Runners go. The payoff pitch. It's going to be a high hopper up the middle. Tough play here for the second baseman. Second baseman fields with the back end. The throw. It's not in time. 2 runs come in and score. And we've got ourselves a 9-7 ball game. on the 2-out infield hit from the sophomore Salmon.
And that's a hit all the way, Tyler. He's got that approach. We keep talking about it with Jack. He's just up the middle, inside out, and ball on the ground, runners going. The full count made a difference there, Tyler. If that's not a full count, you're going to get an easy out at second base. But sending the runners in motion, Fowler's able to easily get to second, and there's no chance for the second baseman to throw out Salmon getting down the line.
Another trip to the mound from Coach Cave of Desert Hills. As we go to the top of the order, it's going to be Austin Brown with runners on first and second. Brown struck out in his first at bat, walked in his second.
Yeah, Ty, he's got a chance to give the Wasps a lead here. If he can get the barrel on one of these, it's 9-7. Scoreboard here has it wrong. It says 9-6. But the Wasps have cut into this. A 7-run third inning has tightened this thing up.
Coach Cave taking his time. He's trying to get a guy loose out in the bullpen. He's going to wait for the umpires to say, hey, get off the mound.
Yeah, they're trying to get
Another
a lefty loose here, trying to go lefty-lefty matchup.
It's Fowler on second base, Salmon on first after the infield knock there from Salmon. Again, Brown's going to come up to the plate. 4 extra base hits to start off the season, including a towering 2-run bomb. He went after the first one, foul ball, strike one. They've lived on the outside part of the plate against Brown. We're able to get him to get swinging on this first at bat. That one misses low and inside. Runners stay at first and second. 1-1 now the count.
I'd expect a breaker here if I'm Austin, Tyler. 1-1 count.
Playing deep and shifted over to the right side are the Desert Hills Thunder. There's that breaker you mentioned, and it's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. Gets him swinging at one out of the zone, but he's able to get a piece of it. Stays alive, keeps the count at 1-2.
That's where I'm excited to see where this kid's at as a freshman, Tyler. Probably needs to shorten up and have a more compact swing and approach here with good velocity.
The 1 ball, 2 strike, goes back and misses high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2. Barely missed that one. That one's going to go foul. Keeps count at 2-2.
They floated that up over the middle, didn't they? That one had a little less velocity hanging over the middle. Dare him to do that again.
Back to the 2-2. It's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Second baseman fields the long hop, throws it to first, and gets out of the inning. But Wasatch able to score 7 runs on 3 hits. No errors. They leave 2 on base, and we've got ourselves back a ball game. It's 9-7 going into the bottom of the third.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
Bottom of the third brought to you by Heber Appliance. When it's 4th down and your fridge goes out, turn your letdown into a touchdown at Heber Appliance. Increase your at-home satisfaction with Heber Appliance, furniture, and mattress. We are your hometown team. Well, Wasatch gave up 9 runs in the bottom of the first inning, trailed 9-0, but they answer with a touchdown of their own in the top of the third, scoring 7 runs, and all of a sudden we have ourselves a ball game. It's 9-7 going into the bottom of the third.
Some big hits there in that inning, Tyler. Senior Bridger Shaw getting a single with 2 outs to make it a 9-4 game, and then Jack Salmon, the sophomore, a 2-out infield single that also scored 2 more runs with the full count runners in motion.
It's 3-4-5 up for the Desert Hills Thunder. Reed, Wilson, and Christensen. That pitch isn't close for ball 1. Single walk for Reed, who's now currently on the mound for the Thunder, started in the outfield. That one misses as well. 2-0 now the count. There is action in the bullpen. The lefty Raninger.
Ty, good sign there for Wasatch in that last inning, though, is even their outs, really competitive outs, right? I mean, the Hafen ball was a tough ball that the right fielder had to track down. Sweat hit it hard at the shortstop. So Wasatch is competing. They're playing well there in the box.
It's a 3-0 count after 3 straight balls here to start at the bottom of the third. That one's in there for a strike. Reed's going to go after it. This is driven back, and gone.
Solo shot for Reed over the center field fence. And Desert Hills gets back on the board, now takes the 10-7 lead.
Yeah, that's your Desert Hills field home run. It's a lazy fly ball at Wasatch, but at Desert Hills, that's out of here. It's one of the things you and I like about this field, Tyler, is it brings the long ball into play a little bit more, but that's not leaving in most fields around the state of Utah.
It's going to bring up Wilson. He's got 4 home runs of his own on the season, 2 walks on the game today, and that's going to bring Coach McCoy out to the mound. Another Mirror Lake Station trip to the mound. And I think we might see a pitching change. We are going to see a pitching change. So Wasatch's second pitching change. They trail 10-7. We'll be back.
squared away. Wasatch having just made a pitching change here at Desert Hills High School. Raninger into the game here for the Wasps and just went a walk to Wilson, the catcher of Desert Hills. So it's a 10-7 game. 1 run across the board here on the solo home run from Reed in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Wilson there at first base. Stepping to the plate is Christensen. He has a big swing and a foul ball back for strike 1. Nick has been used. This is his 3rd appearance for the Wasps on the season. There's another big swing and a miss. On a nice off-speed pitch from Raninger. 0-2 goes the count. It's been an interesting ball game if you're just joining us. Almost a 9 p.m. start here at Desert Hills High School in St. George. Wasatch against the Desert Hills Thunder. And the first inning looked like it was going to be a breeze for Wasatch. Max Livingston, who got the start, got 2 outs in 4 pitches. And then Desert Hills pushed across 9 runs with 2 outs in the inning and took a 9-0 lead over Wasatch. And it looked like this was going to run away from the Wasps. There's another miss now, making the count 2-2 on a ball. Wasatch then went scoreless in the second, as did Desert Hills. Although the Thunder were threatening, Wasatch got out of a jam. And then Wasatch put a 7 spot on the board in the top of the 3rd against Desert Hills and have made this a game. It's a 3-run game right now, 10-7 the score. Raninger misses again, running the count to full, 3-2. Walks have been the issue for both teams. Wasatch 10 walks on the game, and to no surprise, 10 runs on the board. The walks have correlated almost directly to the runs that have been scored, the amount of runs. There's another strike. This is a flare ball. Mahoney's got a chance, running at it in foul territory just over his head. Can't make the grab. And there will be new life for Christensen in the box. Another payoff pitch coming. Nick sets here for another full count pitch. He's going to square and bunt. It's a great bunt. Nick off the mound makes a play over to first base and safe. Oh, that's a bang-bang play there. Just barely outrunning him is Fillmore. That's going to be a base hit on the drag bunt, but a fantastic play from the pitcher coming off the mound for Wasatch, making that thing close. It's about as good as it gets, and that's a do-or-die ball there. Raninger came over off the mound. He left. He had to plant, pivot, and throw, and he did it almost picture perfect, Tyler. Nearly got the out, but instead, Desert Hills in business. Runners on first and second, 1 out. And trying to put a crooked number up here on the board to respond to Wasatch's 7 runs that they put up in the top of the 3rd.
It'll be the lefty Weiss who will come up to the plate. 2 hit-by pitches on the game today, Ty. That one misses low and outside. Wow, runner gets way off the bag at second base.
Yeah, he's been doing that the last couple pitches. You can see that on the video feed.
It's a 2-0 count. 3rd pitcher in the game here for Wasatch. Livingston gave up a big number there in the 1st. Tyson Dahl comes in, does a good job, gives up a solo home run here in the 3rd. Down misses again, moves the count to 3-0. Slide step delivery above the belt. That'll be walk
number 11 now. Had a leadoff walk to Wilson for Nick when he came in, and then a strikeout. With a drag bunt single, and now a walk to Weiss. And you've got the 8-hitter wall now coming up. So this is really where Wasatch wants to get out of it here, Ty. 8-9. Get back up to the top of the order for a 4th time here.
A shout out to some Wasps in review. Ty girls lacrosse 1-1, playing Snow Canyon tonight. Haven't heard an update on where that game ended up, and then they're actually going to be playing here at Desert Hills tomorrow. A little trip down here to the south for the lacrosse team. That's it. Pitch in there for a strike. Another lefty is Wall. That's a nice off-speed pitch. Lands that one as well. 0-2 the count with the bases loaded. big swing and a miss coming from Tate. Strikeouts brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more. Visit them at gravitycoalition.com. That one's in there as well. Fouls that one off. Another 0-2 count here for Rattinger. Bases loaded for the Thunder. See if they can come through again with 2 outs. Wasatch comes set. The pitch goes with the off speed. Great piece of hitting there. It's another base knock. 1 run will come in. 2 runs are going to come in. And just like that, it's a 3-run third for Desert Hills, and they retake a 12-7 lead.
Boy, what a strange game. The kid that can't buy a hit is now 2 for 3 in this one for Desert Hills, and getting a big 2-out knock when the count is 0-2.
8th hit of the day for Desert Hills. Been able to score 12 runs on 8 hits and 11 walks.
Ty, when we talk about Tate having a low batting average, it's not like he hasn't had opportunities. You're talking 20 at-bats coming into this game, and only 1 hit on the season. He's found it against Wasatch, though.
That pitch, good job from Dahl, keeps it in front of him for ball 1. Top of the order, Skeen, the shortstop. A couple of flyouts and a walk, 0 for 2 with 1 run scored. Pretty free swinger, likes to be aggressive there in the box. He'll swing at this one. That one's right at Bridger Shaw. Shaw sticks out the glove, makes the grab. A little bit of sandlot action, right? Stick out the glove and catch it.
Didn't it? Kind of look what I found.
3 runs come in on 3 hits, no errors. 2 are left on base. It's 12-7 when we go into the 4th.
Up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Top of the 4th brought to you by Bonnie Joseph Academy, dedicated to providing the highest quality education to students and making sure they are fully prepared for a successful career in the beauty industry. That's Bonnie Joseph Academy. 2-3-4 up for the Wasps, trailing 12-7 here in the top of the 4th. It'll be Blake Sweat, Micah Dahl, and Colton Hafen. Blake Sweat singled in his first at bat, fielder's choice ground out that brought in a run, and then he ended up scoring in his second at bat. New pitcher on the mound for Desert Hills as well. Another nice piece of hitting from Blake Sweat. Off speed pitch, he's right on it, sends it right back up the middle. Former second baseman Fillmore now on the mound for Desert Hills, and Blake Sweat continues to see the ball well. Another base knock up the middle. 4th hit on the day. Nope, that is 6th hit on the day for Wasatch. 2 of them coming from Blake. Bring up Micah Dahl, who flew out to right field in his, singled to right field, brought in an RBI, and ended up scoring in his last at bat. Long pause and delivery. That pitch is out of the zone for ball 1.
6 hits on the day, no extra base hits so far for the Wasps. Use a few of those here, Tyler, as the game goes on.
Another nice piece of hitting. Micah Dahl is going to rope this one into left field. Back-to-back singles to get the inning started here in the 4th. Wasatch still trailing by 5, but a couple of base knocks. Wasatch is in business.
This is an interesting game. Desert Hills is going to have to make a decision here on their pitching in this one, Tyler. 2 games tomorrow, and wonder how many arms they're going to want to burn here. But Fillmore on the mound just has the look of the guy that Wasatch has been able to drill over the offseason. And I think Wasatch, you've seen on the first 2 batters on him early, and seems to have him timed up very well already.
It's going to bring up Hafen, walked and flew past it. Battling off numerous two-strike pitches, he'll take ball one. That one misses low and outside, moves the count to 2-0.
Ty, and I suppose I should clarify the kind of pitcher Wasatch is facing. I'm talking velocity specifically. He's not overpowering whatsoever. He's probably going to sit in the high 70s to low 80s. And the breaking pitch is a loopy breaking pitch. It's easy to identify, and Wasatch has been able to eat those kinds of kids up early on in the season.
2-0 count, pitch. That one's in there for a strike at the belt. 2-1 now the count. Bridgershaw on deck. Had a 2 RBI single in his last at bat. Kyron Stocking in to run for Mike Adal as the speed up runner. Fillmore comes set, delivers the 2-0. Nearly gets away from the catcher, moves the count to 3-0.
3-1.
But I've just been so impressed with this Wasatch team. It's so easy to get undisciplined. At the plate, down 9-0, and just start taking what I would call me swings. Just too big of swings, and on a short porch like this at Desert Hills, and these guys just have not done it. They've been disciplined. You look at that hit from Sweat, the hit from Dahl, the approach that Haven's coming up to the box with right here. These are just good quality team at bats. And the team's bought in. They're disciplined. They're playing the game the right way.
Foul ball here on the 3-1. Fills up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, runners on first and second. Wasatch trailing 12-7. You're listening to Wasatch High School Baseball here on 94.5 The Peak and HeberValleyRadio.com. Game 2 of the 4-game weekend Wasatch has down here at Desert Hills High School. The 3-2 misses outside. And another base runner. That's walk number 8.
Oh, that thing's close. That thing's close. And Desert Hills is begging. They're at the point in the game where they're begging for calls. And it's not helping. Their emotional attitude here not helping the way the umpire is seeing it. Ty, I want to reiterate, this is live if you're listening on the radio. It's almost 10:30 on a Friday night. Down here in the southern schools, they build the fields with lights. And so we're playing late into the night here at Desert Hills High School.
Double play depth here from the infield. Off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Again, Bridgershaw, 2 RBI single in his last at-bat and ended up scoring, hitting .333 on the season, grounded out to the third baseman in his first at-bat. Fillmore comes set, working out of the stretch with the bases loaded. That pitch is outside, 1-1.
With Fillmore on the mound, Tyler, again, going to note the change at second base. Johnson in at second base here for the Thunder. And something to keep your eye on here in the game. See how that defensive substitution plays into this one, factors into the game.
1-1, misses high and outside, ball 2. Blake on third. Stocking at second base. Tries to go off speed. Can't land that one again. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Still nobody out here in the top of the 4th.
This is the time for Bridger to turn it loose, Tyler. 3-1. You just saw the breaker. I'd be looking dead red fastball. If you get it, middle in. Try to hit the house out there in left field. It's a good pitch to get after.
The 3-1. And lays off of it above the belt. Another walk and a run is walked in. It's 12-8.
That's a disciplined approach, Tyler, because I think he did. You could kind of see him flinching on that ball. But you're trained, ball above the hands, you don't attack. You don't go after that. And that's right about the hands. And so Bridger, even though he's flinching, he's in that yes, 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 no mental approach. He leaves it and earns another RBI, a run, walking in, and lets Mahoney, whose bat is heating up here, Tyler. His last few at-bats, he's really been on the barrel. Gives Grant a chance to come in and keep chipping away at this deficit. It's now a 4-run game. Wasatch is down.
Singled in his first at-bat, did Mahoney, walked in his second, and scored. Stocking on third. Hafen on second, and Bridgershaw on first base. The bases continue to be loaded with still nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Wasatch trailing 12-8. Fillmore continuing to work out of the stretch with the bases loaded. First pitch is up there. It's swung on. It's elevated to right field. It's not extremely deep, about halfway to the outfield. Right fielder will make the grab. Stocking's going to try to score from the right field. He'll slide in head first safely. Another sacrifice fly from Grant Mahoney. His second on the day. He's now up to 6 RBIs on the season, and it's 12-9, still only 1 out.
More disciplined baseball, Tyler. Reed there has a live arm. We've seen it on the mound. He's the one they just brought into pitch, and he was able to settle into that. And the ball's on target, but Ty, it just had a little bit too much loft, and when it hit the first bounce, it didn't take a good straight bounce to the catcher, and that allowed Stocking to come slide underneath there. Reed needed to get a little bit more on a line to have a chance on that one.
It's going to bring up Eddie Bluth. Hit into a double play in his first at bat, walked in his second and scored. And he'll take strike one at the belt.
Ty, I know we're not there to this point in the inning, but keep bringing up the keys to the game that we talked about. It came down to 2-out hitting. One thing that I was wrong on is double-digit runs, right? Not sure double-digit runs is where we'd end up in this one. Thought we'd have some pitching that would keep the score down, but we're already at 12-9 here in the fourth inning. But I think the 2-out hits still are playing key like we thought coming into this game. Wasatch been good with it. They've gotten the big 2-out knocks when they've needed them.
No balls, 2 strikes here to Bluth as he fouls off the second pitch. 1 away. Wasatch with 2 runs in the inning. Trying to answer the 3-run bottom of the third by Desert Hills. The 0-2 goes into the dirt. Nice job from Wilson. Looked like he lost it in the dirt for a second. Wasatch won't advance. Still runners on first and second, 1-2.
Hafen lost it, though, behind Bluth as well. And that's when you're just not going to gamble. You're already in scoring position. And where he didn't get a good read, not going to take off for third base.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch goes back to the off-speed, froze him, and that'll be strike 3. Only strikeout number 3 on the day for Desert Hills. Wasatch had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Hadn't had a strikeout until that one. Now 2 outs.
Drew Baxter has come on deck. He's going to pinch hit here, Tyler, for Salmon. A power bat coming into the lineup.
Fowler's going to come up. He's walked twice, scored once. He'll take strike 1. Fillmore comes set. The 0-1. That one misses low and outside. 1-1 now the count.
Yeah, Wilson doing a good job. That ball's way outside, smothering that up and keeping the runners there. Those little details are big, Ty. That ball gets by. You've got 2 runners in scoring position.
Pickoff move. Had Hafen leaning slightly. Hafen able to recover, get back to the bag safely. Desert Hills had a lefty warming up in the bullpen, opting not to go to him. The 1-1. That one a check swing. Ball 2. I think Desert Hills only 1 game tomorrow, Ty. They played Orem on Thursday, and then I think 2 games today, and I believe 1 game tomorrow. Could be mistaken, but they did knock off Orem on Thursday. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count here to the sophomore Fowler. Fillmore, no look, delivers, goes back to the off speed, misses outside, 3-1, now the count.
It's a good lead there from Braxton, Tyler. You can say the way Wilson received that, he was bringing that back in about 8 inches, trying to frame that. That ball's not nearly as close as he's trying to make it appear.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 away, the pitch. Swung on, that one's roped to left field, but carries too much, and the left fielder will come up and make the play. A good play by the left fielder, good barrel from Fowler. Wasatch able to score 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 are left on base. 12-9 going into the bottom of the 4th.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
It's game time. Let's Let's do it. Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Fifth inning and fifth inning stretch, bottom of the fourth, brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Your loan officer, Tom Stone, is committed to helping his clients understand their options for real estate financing and assisting them to make their solid home loan decisions that meet their needs. 2-3-4 up here for the Desert Hills Thunder, leading 12-9. On the Wasp, Reininger stays on the mound for Wasatch. Slide step delivery out of the stretch is swung on and elevated to right field. Eddie Bluth settles underneath it, makes the can of corn catch. One away on one pitch.
Now batting, number 24, Pinky Reed.
Interesting, the aggressiveness of the first two hitters of Desert Hills, while the rest of the lineup really not that aggressive, likes to work the count. But Skeen and Fillmore really go up there attacking those first couple of pitches. Pays off there for Wasatch. They make the first out. It's going to bring up Reed. The last time Reed was up, he homered over to the center field wall.
Yeah, Ty's been on base all three times. Single. They got the scoring start in the first inning, walk, and then home run. Wasatch has not been able to get him out yet.
Oh,
so you throw it his knee.
That's right. Ball one.
He's a nice hitter. We talked about it, Ty, coming into this game. He's a full contact hitter. I believe you've got him now down for 2 home runs on the year. And he's a tough out.
That one just below the knees, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
He's up flirting with the 600 mark now, Tyler, on the course of the season.
That's pretty good.
Going to do a little math here to make sure I get this number.
That one's roped to left field. Blake not able to come up with it, but it takes a bad bounce on him. Reed's going to try to leg this one out for a double. And how about that throw from Blake Sweat all the way to second base and hoses him at second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth.
Blake just baited him into it. Let's say that, Ty. That's not what he did intentionally, but you don't run on that arm in left field, Tyler. Blake, that's like throwing over to first base from the pitcher's mound for Blake out there. He's got a cannon in left and had a chance to show it off there. Reed is out by a step or two, Tyler, getting into second base. To finish that thought, he is hitting .565 on the season. So 3 for 3 on the day here today for Reed.
It's going to bring up the catcher, Wilson. Walk, walk, walk. He's scored twice. Comes in again having 4 home runs on the year. Lefty-lefty matchup. That one misses low. Ball 1. Man, what a throw from Blake. I looked down. I was deciding what I was going to write down in my book, and I look up, and a dart there from Blake Sweat. This is going to be a hard ground ball to Mahoney. Gets a nice hop. He'll field it cleanly. Step on the bag. A 1-2-3 inning for Wasatch. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left on base. A goose egg on the board for Wasatch. Going into the 5th, they still trail 12-9.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and service, we've got you covered. Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
5th inning action, and your 5th inning stretch once again brought to you by Guild Mortgage. And Ty, in today's world, just a lot of uncertainty around finances, interest rates, and no one better to calm your worries than Tom Stone. Stop on in. He'll inform you. He'll direct you. He won't push you. And he'll help you to get to the right decisions. On the mound now for Desert Hills, their 4th pitcher on the day will be Wall. 1.2 innings pitched on the season, you said, Ty. 6 batters, 4 Ks. for the big lefty.
Yeah, he's only given up 1 hit on the year, 4 strikeouts out of 6 batters faced. And you can see on the mound, Ty, why he's a menace to hitters. Lefty, he's got enough velocity to just make it problematic. It's nothing overpowering, but he's got a little funky 3/4 arm delivery, and you can get a lot of action on a ball if you're lefty with that delivery. And Ty, he's been effective with that in his short work in this season.
It's going to be Salmon, and then top of the order to Brown and Sweat. Salmon, a big infield 2 RBI single in his last at-bat. Also walked in his first at-bat and scored. Nice day at the plate here for Salmon's. Made a couple of plays in the field as well. And then we'll go back up to the top of the order to Brown, who's waiting on deck. A big 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 4th gives Wasatch a chance here with a 12-9 deficit. Salmon steps in on the right-hand side of the batter's box. Wall working out of the stretch. That one's right at the knees for strike 1. Good speed from Salmon. Saw that on the last at-bat. High chopper up the middle. Nice play from the second baseman. But Salmon able to beat it out. The 0-1. That one's too far low and inside. 1-1 now the count.
Well, Ty, you've talked about the walks correlating here into runs, and it seems like Coach Kevin over here for Desert Hills is with you on that one, Tyler. He's going to one of his guys who's been a better strike thrower on the season, and see if Wasatch can be ready to go with these balls in the zone.
1-1. That one misses again. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Game 2 of the 4 games the Wasatch will play will be on the air tomorrow, 11:30 start, as Wasatch will take on Pocatello High School, and then they will wrap up right afterwards against West Jordan High School. The 2-1 swung on, fouled off down the right side. 2-2 now the count. Wasatch comes in 4-1 on the season. A great start to the season for Coach McCoy in his first season as the Wasatch High School head coach. Taking on Desert Hills, who comes in 7-0 with wins over Park City and Orem on their resume. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No, that one's in there for a strike. Froze Salmon. That will be strikeout number 4 on the day for Desert Hills. Second one looking, and that'll bring us back up to the top of the order.
Yeah, I think that might be a little different kind of movement than what you see in freshman ball, Tyler. And Jack making the jump from freshman to varsity. That's a pretty good 2-seamer, cutting back in on him on that one.
Another lefty-lefty matchup here for Brown. He's 0 for 2 today. Struck out in his first at-bat, walked, and then grounded out to the second baseman. That one's going to go high and in for ball 1.
And he seems to have been noted by Desert Hills coming into this one, Tyler. They've not given him much to get after.
1 ball, no strikes. Wall again working out of the stretch. Delivers. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. Blake Sweat on deck. Blake's having himself a nice day. 2 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Big swing and a miss there from Brown. Moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wall quickly works, goes back to the 1-2. Another swing and a miss. That'll be strikeout number 2 on the day for Brown. 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. Blake Sweat single up the middle. Fielder's choice ground out, but brought in a run and then singled up the middle. Hovering around 500 now on the season, and now has double-digit RBIs, leads the team in RBIs. Also has 3 extra base hits. He'll take ball 1. (1-0) the pitch. That one's low. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Mike Dahl on deck for Wasatch. Been a fun game. Wasatch gave up 9 in the bottom half of the first inning. Neither team scored in the second, and then Wasatch put a touchdown on the board in the top of the 3rd, making the score 9-7. But Desert Hills answered with a 3-run bottom of the 3rd. Fouled that one off. 2-1 now the count. Wasatch scored 2 in the top of the 4th, and then was able to get a 3 up, 3 down in the bottom
field goal and
4th.
safety in there, Tyler.
Yeah.
3 field goals in the first quarter, for
touchdown.
Touchdown for the Wasps.
Another field goal.
Safety.
Desert Hills has been driving on Wasatch. Hasn't been able to get into the end zone, but been able to get in field goal range 4 times.
Yeah, Ty, I was just thinking in my mind, defensive standouts in this game, and it's hard to.
Yeah.
You got 21 runs on the board. Defense has been optional in this one, but if you're looking at one, Blake Sweat, that throw he just made from left field,
that's right.
Tyler, is a fantastic defensive effort.
3-1 the count. The pitch. Swung on another hard smoked ball, but it's right at the shortstop this time. Blake Sweat continues to barrel up balls. That one's right at the shortstop for the last out. So Desert Hills answers their 1-2-3 inning with a 1-2-3 inning of their own. We'll keep it here for the 5th inning stretch. Wasatch trailing 12-9. Ty, throw it over to you for the Gordon Law Group game recap.
Well, it's too much to go through every scenario here, Tyler, because we got 21 runs on the board. So let me do the best I can with the limited time that we've got. This has been a wild adventure. Wasatch went scoreless in the top of the first inning, and then in the bottom of the first, Max Livingston, who got the start, looked like he was going to roll. 2 outs in the first 4 pitches. And then Desert Hills put 9 runs on the board in the bottom of the first inning with 2 outs on Wasatch. Livingston was not able to make it out of the inning. Tyson Dahl had to come in relief and did a good job in relief. Tyler got out of the inning and then held Desert Hills scoreless in the second inning. Both teams went scoreless in the second, so it was 9-0 heading into the third. And Wasatch fought back in the third inning, Tyler, scoring 7 runs in the inning. Got started with the 8-9. Braxton Fowler getting a walk, Jack Salmon getting a walk and getting on base. And then Wasatch was just able to produce. You had a couple big 2-out knocks. Bridger Shaw, a 2-out RBI knock. Jack Salmon, a 2-out RBI knock. In the end, it was 9-7 at the end of that inning, but Desert Hills came right back, leading off with a solo home run in the bottom of the third, put 2 more on, making the score 12-7, but Wasatch punched back in the last inning, getting 2 more on the board, making it 12-9. And now it's turned into a pitcher's duel. Scoreless goes Desert Hills in the bottom of the 4th. Wasatch goes scoreless in the top of the 5th. And to see if these teams are going to start playing a little defense.
Strike one here as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. That recap brought to you by the Gordon Law Group. The Gordon Law Group's your full-service local law firm who invests in their clients the best knowledge and experience needed for all areas of the law. That is the Gordon Law Group. I think we're working on time limit, Ty, even though this is the last game. Wasatch was pretty quick to get out there. Not a lot of warm-up pitches. Wanted to get this one going, see if they can get one more inning. Or maybe I'm reading the situation wrong, but I think we are still working on time limit. It's an 0-2 count, however.
It's been a little interesting chess match in this game, hasn't it, between the coaches?
Another foul ball here from Christensen. Christensen comes in, walk, hit by pitch, strikeout.
There's a lot of things you could talk about in keys to this game, Tyler. The walks have been a big factor, but an interesting little note is Wasatch has hit the ball hard. You don't need to look much farther than Braxton Fowler and then that Blake Sweat shot in the last inning. The plays are just being made by Desert Hills. They're getting good jumps, good reads, and making some tough plays on them, whereas Wasatch has had a hard time tightening up on some of those harder hit balls.
Third strikeout of the day for Runninger as he gets a swing and a miss. Another strikeout brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Valley. Stop on in for sales and services and visit them at their store in Midway.
It's been one of the tougher outs for Wasatch in this Desert Hills lineup. Fillmore, 2 for 3 on the day. And he's been beating that right side of the field, Tyler. Inside-out swing, trying to go over to the second base right field side.
Yeah, had a single to the right center field gap. That brought in 2 runs, grounded out to the second baseman, and then reached on a bunt single. He scored twice today as well. He'll foul off the first pitch, 0-1 the count. Might be mistaken on the time limit, Ty, because Desert Hills is coming up swinging the first couple of pitches. Swings at this one, too. This one's going to be elevated to the infield. Bridger's going to call it, makes the play, and Wasatch has 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
But it also could just be a mental state, Tyler. The philosophy of the team, when we talk Wasatch wrestling, it's aggressive wrestling, right? Even when you're up, you stay aggressive because that's how you got to the point where you're winning. And I would imagine it's probably the same with teams like Desert Hills in baseball, where you're not going to change your philosophy, you're not going to change your approach to try to back your way into a win.
That one's in there for a strike. New hitter hitting in Weiss's spot. Number 6.
Yeah, Tyler, this is Cordero.
Just misses inside. That'll move the count to 1-1.
Cordero on the year. Not a lot of opportunities. This is only his 6th plate appearance. Does have 2 hits on the season, though. So 500 on the year and only 4 at-bats.
Nice outing so far for Renninger. Through 2 innings in week 1, another swing and a miss. Through 2 innings, 5 walks, 1 K, but so far today has been nice. 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk. And now he's on 2-2. Another swing. This one's going to be elevated. Is it going to come back in play? Floating to the left-hand side. Bridgershaw over there, and it's going to get out of play. We'll keep the count at 2-2. Wall, the pitcher, on deck. Cordero in the box. The 2-2. Another swing. It's going to be a ground ball to Bridger. Bridger fields the hop, throws it across the diamond. Nice play from the third baseman, Bridger Shaw. And Wasatch, another 1-2-3 inning. And we're going to play another one. It's 12-9. Wasatch still trails by 3 going into the 6th.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home. At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at HeberAppliance.com.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Top of the 6th, brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, your one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Located at 2nd North Main in Camas on your way up Mirror Lake Station Highway. Winners of those best in-state donuts. 3-4-5 up for Wasatch here in the top of the 6th. 12-9 the score. It'll be Micah Dahl, Colton Hafen, and Bridger Shaw. Wall still on the mound for the Thunder. Dawes had himself a nice day at the plate. 2 for 3, struck out in his first at-bat, but then had an RBI single in his second at-bat and singled and scored in his third at-bat. Swing and a miss, foul ball. Swing and a foul ball, and that's going to hurt Wilson. Ty. It's cold. Got him. Umpire's going to walk out to the mound, have a little chat with the pitcher, make sure the catcher's okay. 0-1 the count. Well, after giving up 12 runs in the first 3 innings, Wasatch with back-to-back goose eggs in the 4th and 5th, giving themselves a chance. Did have a 1-2-3 inning themselves in the top half of the 5th. Ball delivers. Low, ball 1. Ty, we've now seen pretty decent sample size. This is Game 6 for Wasatch. We talked about a little bit inferior opponents. This is not an inferior opponent. Just want to know your takeaways of this Wasatch High baseball team to get things started. 2-1 now the count.
Well, Ty, they're making you fall in love real quick here because of their grit. And Ty talked about if you bring this game into the mix, the last 5 games, they've put 66 runs on the board in the last 5 games. Their opponents have only scored 30. This is a gritty team, Ty. And when you get down 9-0 against a quality opponent like Desert Hills, and you fight back and make this a game, it says a ton about this team where they're at. This is going to be a heck of a season to watch these guys. Coach McCoy has already built a really good culture and a really good program as far as fight and grit here. Not that Wasatch hasn't had that in the past. They've had it, but it's a young team, right? And the belief, it's almost like these guys don't know any better. Like, well, we're just going to keep going out and doing our thing over here. And I'm loving it. I'm loving watching this group.
Another walk will put Dahl on base. Stocking will come in and be the speed-up runner. That one, in on the inside corner, just below the knees for strike 1. That's a tough pitch for Hafen. Hafen on the day, 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. Flew out to right field on a pretty decent at bat for the senior. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. Bridgershaw on deck for Wasatch. Has an RBI in the game today. Wall comes set, working out of the stretch. Runner on first, not a big lead. Now a good secondary, but another swing and a miss, and that is strikeout number 3 for Wall. Talked about the high strikeout rate, I believe now on the year, if I'm not mistaken. That is 11 batters that he's faced and has 7 strikeouts out of those 11 batters.
Yeah, Ty, it's he's officially at the 3-inning mark, I think, as far as innings pitched. And only 11 batters in those 3 innings, 7 strikeouts. He's been very efficient.
He's going to bring up Bridger Shaw, who will foul off the first pitch. Bridger, in his at-bats today, grounded out to the third baseman, singled, and brought in 2 runs in his second at-bat and walked in his third at-bat.
Shading him heavily up the middle, Ty, shortstop and second base.
7 RBIs on the year for Bridger. He fouls off another one, moves the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Grant Mahoney on deck. Grant 1 for 1 with a walk and a sacrifice RBI. Has 2 RBIs on the game today. The 0-2. Just below the knees. Rings him up for strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning. 4th strikeout of the game for Wall. And now with 2 outs, that'll bring up the senior Grant Mahoney.
Yeah, darn, that's just a good pitch. Ty, it's a little bit down, but at 0-2, pitcher's going to be rewarded more often than not on that pitch, hitting the spot. And as a coach, you're probably going to say just too good to take on 0-2. Got to foul that one off.
Mahoney's had a good day at the plate, mentioned here. Singled in his first at-bat, walked and scored in his second, and had an RBI sac fly in his third. He'll take ball 1 up the chest. 1-0 the count. Bottom half of the lineup has been good. Out of the 9 runs that have been scored, 4 of the 9 have come in the 6, 7, 8, 9 spots. The 1-0. Below the knees. Doesn't get the call on that one. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the count.
That's where you start getting a little grumpy, because a pretty similar spot to what you just rung Bridger up on. You don't change the zone just because of the count.
2 balls, no strikes. Wall comes set. Delivers. Swung on. This one's roped down the right field side. Right fielder's not going to be able to get to it. Pick him up, put him down. Extra base hit for Grant Mahoney. Kyron Stocking's going to try to score from first base. He will score from first base. A 2-out RBI double from the senior Grant Mahoney.
This game's not over yet here, Tyler, but even if the Wasps fall in this one, the silver lining is that bat right there. I mean, Grant Mahoney is heating up, and that's a bat you need in the heart of this lineup. And coming into this weekend, his average was way down from where you expected it to be, but you knew he'd come back in, and he's starting to get it rolling here, Tyler. And with the way the rest of the team is swinging, you get that bat hot, and this team's going to win a lot of games.
It's going to bring up Otis Sweat, who's going to pinch hit for Eddie Bluth. The junior, Ty, is 4 for 4. 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. He had himself a heck of a first weekend in his limited opportunities. He's going to come up with a runner on second. It's a speed-up runner, or excuse me, a pinch runner. Easton Wood will be the runner here at second base. 12-10 the score, 2 outs. Pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. You mentioned it a couple of times, and we saw it in Game 1. Crew Baxter gets the pinch hit. He's coming off the bench cold, and he's right on it. Singles right there again. Otis Sweat, cold right, hasn't seen an at-bat today. Comes in right on time with the first pitch. Is fouled off, so no balls, 1 strike. Big swing and a miss there, though. Misses, and that'll move the count to no balls, 2 strikes. Sweat right up on the plate with 2 strikes, 2 away, runner on second. Wasatch trails by 2, tying run at the plate. He'll call timeout and we'll reset. Sweat back into the box. Again, toes on that line. Easton Wood, a good lead at second base. Shortstop right behind him. The 0-2, that one bounces in the dirt. Ball one. Wood will go back to second base.
You mentioned the toes on the line, something that his older brother Trent used to love to do. When you get 2 strikes on, you want to tighten up the zone on the pitcher. Get right on that line. You cover the outside part of the plate easily, and you shut down that inside part of the plate. A lot of guys end up getting hit by pitches when they do this.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That one inside. Desert Hills wanted it. Doesn't get the call. I think Wall thought that he hit the spot he wanted.
That's
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good pitch, Tyler, because Otis is right on top of the plate there. And so if that ball's not hitting him, that's very close to a strike with that tailing action coming back in.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces with the runner on second base. The pitch. Swung on, foul down the right side. Sweat gets back into the box. Again, representing the tying run. It's 12-10. Wasatch trails by 2. Wood, again, a good lead with the shortstop right behind him at second base. The 2-2 misses, low and inside. We got ourselves a full count, 2 outs.
It's a great at-bat from Otis, Tyler. Just feisty. Just kind of a thorn in the side of Desert Hills right now. They're going to have to make a pitch here.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner on second base. Wall takes a deep breath, delivers the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. He gets the strikeout. And that's going to do it, I believe, is that time limit. Wasatch falls 12-10, but might be the most impressive game we've seen from Wasatch in the box. We'll go ahead and break this one down with the Timberline Ace Hardware Show coming up right after this.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Hungry for a mouth-watering, all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Wasatch Falls 12-10, new to the Heber Valley, family-owned and operated, 9 Utah locations, 100% premium Angus beef for burgers and cheesesteaks, award-winning all-American food at Chubby's Cafe. Let's jump into our Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show. As your local Timberline Ace Hardware, we are all about being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience shopping experience from local experts who know you best. I throw it over to you for our game summary.
Well, what a fun game here, Tyler. Going to do the best I can with this. Desert Hills puts 9 on Wasatch in the bottom of the first inning with 2 outs, taking a 9-0 lead. Then you went scoreless from both teams in the second before Wasatch put a 7 spot on the board in the top of the third to make it a 9-7 game. Desert Hills came right back with 3 in the bottom of that inning as well, making it a 12-7 game. But Wasatch right back at you, 2 more runs in the top of the fourth, making it 12-9. 0 on the board for Desert Hills in the bottom of the fourth, but then zeros for both teams in the fifth as both teams go scoreless. Wasatch tried to make it interesting there in the final inning, top of the sixth. Grant Mahoney doubled to the right center wall to score 1 run, but Wasatch left Mahoney's run stranded at second base with the tying run at home plate, and the game ends 12-10 in this one, Tyler. I want to go over just some noteworthy performances here for Wasatch. They ended up with 8 hits on the board as a team. And, Ty, there were a couple guys that really stood out that had good games. Grant Mahoney, 2 hits, a walk on the day. Blake Sweat, 2 hits as well. Micah Dahl, 2 hits. Jack Salmon had a hit and 2 clutch RBIs. Bridger Shaw, 3 RBIs on the day. 1 hit for Bridger, but was able to drive runs in when it mattered. So a lot of different guys stepping up for Wasatch in this one. And, Ty, how about the bullpen in relief for Wasatch? Tyson Dahl and Nick Manager both did a good job to come in and stabilize things. 9 runs in the first given up, and then only 3 runs the rest of the way for Wasatch. And so a shout-out to the bullpen. They did a good job to keep the game there, to stabilize it a little bit. There was a .667 batting average for Desert Hills in the first inning against Wasatch. And then the rest of the way, they were below 300 the rest of the game. And so credit to the Wasatch bullpen. I thought they played well. You mentioned when we went away to the break, this might be the most impressive game of the season. I think hands down it is the most impressive game of the season because of the grit, the fight, and frankly the way the kids played here, Tyler. One play. I'll give you one play. And you could do this with 5 or 6 plays. But in the first inning, you have a fly ball to center field, right? And the bases are loaded. And for whatever reason, the ball fell down. And that ball's probably going to be caught 8 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, but it fell for some reason. And 3 runs ended up scoring. That would have been out of the inning. That play alone right there, Tyler, puts Wasatch in front, 10-9 if that play's made. And so this game was so close for Wasatch being able to fight back and get a win against an undefeated Desert Hills team. I think this Wasatch team should come out of here with their heads held high, learning a lesson that you need to play better as far as not making mistakes, and you'll have a chance to win this tie. They nearly knocked off Desert Hills, and they had 13 walks and 3 hit by pitches. 16 free passes on walks or hit by pitch alone, and the Wasps almost won this game. It's kind of mind-boggling what the Wasps did here tonight. An impressive game for them in the loss.
Game summary brought to you by Robarge Collision, who have built their business on exceptional care, collision repair, and are proud to boast a 98.7 satisfaction rating, which is one of the highest in the business. Keys to the loss today for Wasatch brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health.
So what I just told you, Ty, 13 walks and 3 hit by pitches. You're just not going to win any games when you put that many free guys on base in 6 innings nonetheless. And that's the key to the loss here this evening.
Players of the game brought to you by Country Gardens and Nursery, Heber's only locally owned and operated plant nursery.
This is a tough one offensively, Tyler, but I think, it's what do you value? Bridger Shaw led the team in RBIs with 3. Micah Dahl led an on-base percentage at .750 with on-base percentage. Grant Mahoney had the lead as far as hits and producing runs and RBIs. And so there's several you can give it to. But I like the way Grant Mahoney approached it in the box today. I think Grant Mahoney is your offensive MVP of the game here tonight. And Blake Sweat is going to be your defensive MVP with a beautiful assist put out there from the left field corner, throwing out Reed, trying to advance to second on a single.
And that's going to be your Wasatch Napa Auto Parts play of the game. Blake Sweat hosing the runner at second base. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Wasatch falls 12-10, 4-2 now on the season. We'll be back on the air for games 3 and 4 starting at 11:30 a.m. and then we'll be following directly after at 2 p.m. We want to thank you for listening to Wasatch High School Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
You've been listening to High School Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.